Okay, so first I'm going to be demonstrating first aid for a moderate or severe laceration. So here we have the patient with a 2-inch incision in the arm. So the two things you want to watch out for with this are if the blood is bright red and spurting out, then that shows it's an arterial cut, which is very serious. And then if the blood is coming out very thick and dark red, that's a deep cut, and you want to call 911 for those two situations and make sure that the victim gets professional help right away. But if it's less serious or while you're waiting for the ambulance to arrive, you're going to want to treat this by first putting on latex gloves. I already have them on for time's sake. And then first apply a gauze pad with some pressure. You can go ahead and press down on that. And then you want to wrap that with some more gauze here. And make sure it's nice and tight. Pressure is going to help the blood clot. So then if that stops bleeding, you can wrap it with some tape to secure it. But if it keeps bleeding, let's assume in this case that it's continuing to bleed. So we're going to put, you don't take the gauze pad that you just put on off, you leave it on, you put on another one, and then we're going to want to wrap that with some more gauze. So we'll just put some tape on here to secure it. And then also one thing you want to watch out for with a deep cut is you want to look for shock in the victim. So if the victim starts to go into shock or hyperventilate, a lot of times people will do that just because they're shocked and scared they've been injured. So you want to lay the victim down on their back and raise their feet. That's going to help the blood rush down to their heart and just keep them going. So there you have it. That's basic first aid for a moderate or severe laceration. Okay, so in this video clip I'll be demonstrating first aid for a forearm fracture. So here's the victim. Let's say she fell and injured her forearm while playing soccer. So is there any pain in this area?
Yes, right here.
Okay, can you rotate your wrist like this?
Mm-mm.
No. And can you completely straighten it out?
Mm-mm.
No. Okay, it looks like the skin right here might be a little bit bluish. That's a sign of a forearm fracture. Do you have any tingling in your hand or fingers?
Yeah.
Okay, so at this point I've determined that I think we have a forearm fracture here, but it doesn't appear to be extremely serious because it's not a compound fracture or the bones are not sticking out of the skin, or it's not a super bad break. So I don't think we need to call 911 for this. It's not an emergency. We just need to get her to a doctor. So to keep the arm, to take the weight off the arm, we're going to do a makeshift sling from a t-shirt here. Okay, so put your head through here. And then
Through the
the armhole. Alright. Alright. There we go. And this is a good makeshift sling if you're out in the field somewhere and don't have the supplies. You can just grab a t-shirt and make a sling like this until you get the victim to a hospital and have a doctor look at the broken forearm. So next we're going to be demonstrating how to move an injured athlete. So this is the one-person drag for if an athlete is unresponsive and needs to be moved off the field. So as you can see, you want to grab from underneath the armpits and cradle the head with your forearms and drag them off the field that way. So the next one we're going to be demonstrating is the one-person walking assist. So this is if the athlete is slightly dazed and you need to move them off the field by yourself. So you just want to get them over your shoulders like this and sort of just use them for them to lean against you. And then the next one is the four-handed seat like this. So if the two of us had to move a fully alert athlete off the field, we'd do this. And then if the two of us had to move an athlete who was slightly woozy off of the playing field, we would use the two-handed carry like this and have them sit here and then lean back here. So lastly, we're going to go over first aid for an injured ankle. So with a grade 1 ankle strain, the victim will experience some pain right here and some mild pain when flexing the foot up or down. But with a more serious grade 2 or 3 strain, the pain will be severe right here and severe when flexing the foot up or down. And the victim may also experience a feeling of looseness right here, or they may have felt a pop when the injury occurred. So with the serious type of strain, you're going to want to not have the victim put any weight on it, and you're going to want to just completely rest the foot until they're able to get to a doctor. But with this grade 1, less severe ankle strain, first you're going to want to ice the foot for 15 minutes, and then after icing it, you can put a compression wrap on it. And the way we're going to do that is using the figure 8 style of wrapping. So you're going to want to start with the foot, and then we go up, around, just want to smooth it out, back down, and then around again, up, and you can just see I'm making a figure 8 with the wrap around the ankle. We have our little clips here. Okay, and you just want to alternate this compression on and off and ice on and off until the ankle has healed. And with this one you can walk on it, but with the more serious strain you shouldn't walk on it at all. So there you have it. This is a compression wrap for a mild ankle injury.